Parental alienation is a distressing and complex issue that can have serious and long-lasting impacts on a child's mental and emotional well-being. When a child is subjected to parental alienation, they are often coerced or manipulated into rejecting one parent by the other. This can lead to a skewed perception of that parent and damage the bond they share. Such distorted relationships can result in feelings of hostility, indifference, or unwarranted fear towards the alienated parent. The child may experience confusion, guilt, and loss of self-esteem, as they grapple with conflicting emotions towards both parents. As they grow older, these emotions can manifest as anxiety, depression, or difficulties in forming secure, trusting relationships. The constant state of tension and instability can also lead to performance issues at school and behavioral problems. Children have a fundamental right to love and be loved by both parents. When parental alienation interferes with this bond, it can cause significant harm to a child's overall development and emotional health. It's crucial for families and professionals to recognize the signs of this harmful practice and take measures to prevent it or mitigate its effects. Parental alienation is a complex and challenging issue. It usually involves one parent turning their child or children against the other parent through a process of manipulation and control. As a child, it can be very difficult to navigate these challenging situations, as they often involve significant emotional conflict and stress. Children are not typically equipped with the skills or resources to address parental alienation directly. However, there are a few things they can try. Communicate. Expressing their feelings honestly and openly to the alienating parent might be helpful, although it should be done tactfully and respectfully. Seek support. Speaking to a trusted adult, like a teacher or counselor, about the situation can provide emotional support and potential pathways to professional help. Self-care. It's important for children to take care of their emotional health. This can involve engaging in activities they enjoy and that help them relax, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and nurturing their own self-esteem and self-worth. Professional help. In many cases, professional intervention, such as therapy or counseling, might be necessary to help navigate this situation. A skilled professional can provide strategies and resources for managing the stress and emotions associated with parental alienation. Remember, it's essential to involve adults, professionals, or trusted individuals who can provide the support and guidance needed to navigate this challenging situation. Unfortunately, step-parents can contribute to or facilitate parental alienation, just as a biological parent can. This typically occurs when a step-parent and one biological parent align against the other biological parent, creating an environment where the child or children are encouraged or manipulated into rejecting the other parent. This can occur through various means, such as disparaging remarks about the other parent, limiting communication or visits, or creating a narrative that paints the other parent in a negative light. It's important to note that parental alienation, regardless of who is responsible, is generally considered harmful to the child's emotional and psychological well-being. If parental alienation is suspected, it's important to seek professional help. Therapists, counselors, and in some cases, legal professionals, can provide guidance and support in these situations. When a step-parent attempts to brainwash a child into believing that they are the real or only parent, it can have significant psychological and emotional impacts on the child. Confusion. The child may feel a great deal of confusion about their identity and their relationships with their biological parents and step-parent. This can lead to issues with their self-esteem and self-worth. Alienation. The child may become estranged from their biological parent, leading to a loss of a crucial relationship. This could result in feelings of abandonment, betrayal, and resentment towards the step-parent and even the aligned biological parent. Guilt. As the child gets older and becomes more aware of the manipulation, they may feel guilt over having participated in the alienation of their other parent, especially if the relationship with that parent becomes strained or non-existent. Trust issues. The child may develop problems trusting others in relationships due to the manipulation they experienced. This can affect their future relationships with friends, partners, and their own potential children. Mental health issues. All these factors can contribute to the development of mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. In such situations, it's vital to seek help from a professional therapist or counselor who specializes in family dynamics and parental alienation. When a child is coerced by a step-parent and parent to lie to school teachers, grandparents, neighbors, friends, and the parent they don't live with, it can have severe psychological, emotional, and developmental impacts. Here are some potential outcomes. Confusion and cognitive dissonance. Continuously lying can create a state of confusion and cognitive dissonance, which is mental stress or discomfort experienced by an individual who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values. Impaired moral development, encouraging a child to like and impede their understanding of right and wrong, which can affect their moral development and lead to behavioral issues. Trust issues, the child may start to question the authenticity of relationships and have difficulty trusting others, as they've been conditioned to deceive the people who should ideally be their support system. Anxiety and guilt, the constant pressure to maintain lies can lead to chronic anxiety. They might also feel guilt for being dishonest, especially if they're lying to people they care about. Low self-esteem, being part of such manipulation can damage a child's self-esteem, as they may feel they are doing something wrong, even if under the direction of a parent or step-parent. Social isolation, over time, the child might isolate themselves from others to avoid the stress of maintaining lies. Such a scenario is a form of emotional abuse and manipulation, and professional intervention may be necessary to help the child navigate through these complex emotions and circumstances. Parental alienation is generally not considered a crime under criminal law. However, it is viewed very negatively in family law settings, such as during custody disputes. In many jurisdictions, if a court finds that one parent is causing alienation, it can affect that parent's custody rights or visitation. Parental alienation can be considered a form of emotional abuse, which is recognized in certain child protection laws, though this can vary widely by region and the specific circumstances. There have been ongoing debates about making parental alienation a criminal offense. Please consult with a legal professional in your specific region for accurate, up-to-date information. The effect on a child's development when they start calling a stepmother mum instead of their biological mother can vary widely, depending on the individual circumstances, including the child's age, understanding of the situation, and the quality of their relationships with all parental figures involved. Children's understanding of familial roles and relationships is complex and influenced by many factors. If a child feels pressured or coerced into referring to their stepmother as mum, this could potentially cause confusion, distress, and emotional conflict. However, if this change in terminology comes from the child's own choice and feels natural to them, it may not necessarily have negative impacts. In cases of parental alienation, where one parent or step-parent intentionally manipulates a child to reject the other parent, the consequences can be severe. These can include low self-esteem, lack of trust, depression, and relationship difficulties in the future. The important thing is that children feel loved, secure, and respected in their relationships with their caregivers, and that they have the freedom to express their feelings and attachments in the way that feels most comfortable to them. It can be beneficial to involve a child psychologist or family therapist in these situations to ensure the child's emotional well-being. Inconsistent behavior from step-parents, such as appearing nice in public but being neglectful or coercive at home, can have several harmful effects on a child. Confusion. This inconsistent behavior can cause confusion as the child may struggle to understand why the step-parent's behavior changes dramatically between public and private settings. Trust issues. The child may develop trust issues, finding it hard to believe what the step-parent says or promises, especially if they see a discrepancy between words and actions. Low self-esteem. Being neglected or treated poorly at home can lead to feelings of worthlessness or unimportance, which can damage a child's self-esteem and self-confidence. Anxiety and stress. The unpredictability of the step-parent's behavior can cause anxiety, stress, and fear in the child. They might constantly worry about the step-parent's mood or actions. Impaired social skills and relationships. Experiencing such behavior can affect a child's social skills and their relationships with others. They might find it difficult to form and maintain healthy relationships, or they might normalize the toxic behavior they experience at home. Depression. Prolonged exposure to such an environment can lead to depression and other mental health issues in children. These effects underline the importance of maintaining a consistent, supportive, and nurturing environment for children. In such situations, professional help such as a child psychologist or family therapist can be beneficial.